Hi, I'm Sarah Joy. I'm an artist. Hi, I'm Sarah Joy. I'm an app developer. Hi, I'm Sarah Joy. I make planners and notebooks and posters. Hi, I'm Sarah Joy. I contain multitudes. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out how to introduce myself, but long story long, I'm a creative with multiple interests and so many ideas I want to bring to life. And I'm here to tell you my story while past me paints an old Chromebook. I'm painting this old Chromebook because I wanted to paint something that would reference my past. And for the past 8 years, I worked in tech. I graduated college with a creative writing degree, and not long after, I went through a code school called Epicodus, where I learned the programming languages JavaScript and Ruby. I haven't touched Ruby since then, but I went on to work in tech for the next 8 years. I've worked at a small startup, I taught at a different code school, and for the last 4 years, I worked at a small agency. I was a full stack web developer and worked on things like customizing CMSs with Python and building interactive view apps. Now, about what I'm painting. I have so many interests and things I want to do, and I'm also trying to make sense of being multiple things. So, I'm painting a hybrid creature. I'm also a Capricorn, and I recently learned that the Capricorn symbol of a sea goat is supposed to represent its ability to do both the tedious manual labor, the goat, and dive deep into emotional work, the fishtail. So I decided to create my own hybrid creature, the cat, turtle, butterfly. And the different parts of her represent the past, present, and future of my story. The past is a little black cat. I've named her Noon. She was modeled after my cat who passed away a few years ago, who was a super sweet, fluffy black cat named Midnight. I've always been a cat person, so the symbolism here is that at my core, I'm an independent and curious being who loves a good nap and laying in the sunshine. But also, cats and the internet go together like summer and sunshine. The present is represented by the turtle shell. It represents safety and self-care. Turtles bask in the sunshine to regulate their body temperature, and I've been regulating and learning how to regulate myself this past year. Sometimes by basking in the sun, and sometimes by being in art-making spaces. Last year, almost exactly a year ago, I left my full-time job as a web developer. I told people it was to build an app, and it was, but it was also secretly because I wanted to become an artist. I felt that I'd tried for the past 8 years to do both, have a full-time job, and be prolific with my own ideas, both for apps and art. But for whatever reason, I didn't succeed. And to be honest, I haven't really succeeded this past year either. I made 5 sales total on Etsy and made pretty good progress on my app, but then started avoiding working on it because I realized I had to overhaul a pretty significant amount of it. But I don't think this past year was a total loss. I think it was necessary for me to recover from years of not taking care of myself well enough. Like I said, I've been learning how to regulate myself, and that's been necessary because another secret reason why I left work is that I'm pretty sure I was burnt out. Both regular work burnt out and also autistic burnt out. I don't have an official diagnosis, so call me self-diagnosed, but I'm 97% sure that I am ADHD. And while I don't think I had a severe case of either types of burnout, the amount of masking I would do to go to work took its toll, and the lack of stress management skills over the years took its toll. I found myself feeling overwhelmed a lot and really struggling to do things outside of work, like take care of my home and take care of myself. And I finally decided that I had to take care of myself and not let things get worse. Plus, I had this really cool app idea, and I was confident that I could bring it to life. Still am, sometimes. I have succeeded this past year, though, at revitalizing the artist in me. I went through a portfolio program for making art books. I took a painting class, and I converted this room into a studio for myself. Putting myself in environments where I get to create and experiment and express has got me to the point of feeling more centered and capable and hopeful than I felt in a really long time. For the past year, I've been developing ideas and trying new things and learning new things, But what I haven't been doing is persistently sharing that I've been doing this. And it's time for me to do that. I dabbled with a Substack newsletter and I have an Instagram account, but neither of those platforms really felt right. And I'm hoping that making these long form videos will. And so far, I have enjoyed the process of making them a lot more than I did writing newsletters and making content for Instagram. So we'll see. And finally, the butterfly wings symbolize the future. I know it's cliche because butterflies symbolize metamorphosis and change already, but I like it. They're delicate and intricate, but capable and also awe-inspiring. And that's what I want for my future. I started this YouTube channel to document this journey of building apps and making art and becoming someone who makes a living through bringing their own ideas to life. So here's my plan for this channel. I'm going to release videos in 6-week seasons, and each season will focus on 2 different topics. For this first season, I'll be making videos like this one and the one I made a few weeks ago where I painted a wheel of art exercises. Basically, videos of me talking about creativity and painting or making something. And then the second topic will be building my app. It's called Impulse Buy, and it's a money tracking app for what you didn't spend. I'm building it with FlutterFlow, which is a low-code app building tool, and I'll probably start over from scratch. Then after that 6 weeks is done, we'll move on to 2 new topics. It could be anything from designing and printing a planner to painting books, to revamping my studio space, to autism and ADHD, to looking through old code projects. To be clear, this is all just one big experiment. Limiting how many consecutive videos I make on a topic is a strategy I'm trying to keep the process of making videos interesting, and also to encourage myself to experiment with different styles and ways of making these videos. If something really resonates with people and also feels good to make, then who knows, maybe it will come back in a future season. Or maybe one day I'll only make weekly vlogs and cover all of the topics in them. Or maybe making YouTube videos is my hyperfixation for the moment, and after this season, I'll never upload again. There's only one way to find out. Subscribe and keep watching. And I'll keep trying to make sense of the multitudes of me. Thanks for listening to me share my story. What's yours?